Thank you for your interest in this session. My name is Kim Salierno, Consultant for Library and Media Services for the District School Board of Niagara. This presentation has been prepared in collaboration with my colleague, Sonja Upton, who is our Library and Media Services resource teacher. We will be sharing 4 tips with you to support you in nurturing a love of reading in your child. These ideas are some of the key concepts which are addressed in greater detail in the parent guide which you see displayed on the screen, called Reading and Writing with Your Child. This guide is available online on the Ontario Ministry of Education's website. Whether your child is just starting out or can already read and write, there is always room for more learning. As your child grows older, he or she will enjoy new opportunities and new successes because a first teacher, you, took the time at home to actively talk, play, and listen. All this helps reinforce what your child learns at school. You are your child's first teacher. With your support, your child will grow up to become an excellent reader. You don't need a lot of special skills to help your child learn to read. Just spending time with your child doing everyday activities makes all the difference in the world. The first tip that we would like to offer is to make time for reading every day. It's the single most important thing you can do to help your child learn to read and write and succeed in school. You are your child's most important reading role model. Make sure your child sees you reading. It doesn't have to be a lengthy novel. It can be reading emails, the news, flyers, recipes, magazines, you name it. Children who are read to when they are young are more likely to love reading and be good readers when they are older. All family members can help with daily reading, and it's never too late to start. How can you make time for reading every day? You may find it helpful to create a daily reading time. Make it a routine. Schedule it. When it becomes a routine, it is more likely to happen, much like brushing your teeth and putting your pajamas on before bed. We recognize that our days can fill up quickly and become quite busy for a variety of reasons. It may be difficult to commit to a structured reading time every single day. Another way to incorporate daily reading is to involve your child in the incidental reading opportunities that may arise throughout your day. Perhaps some of the images on this slide may spark some ideas for you. What reading opportunities can you imagine? Do other ideas come to mind for how you could engage your child in reading throughout the day? Think about car rides and other times of travel. While we are not doing much traveling at the moment, when this does become part of our daily routine again, think about using that time as another opportunity to promote reading for enjoyment. Ensure your child has something to read, or consider an audiobook. Sometimes leaving something interesting on the back seat, such as a magazine or comic book, may be all that it takes. There are also many fun, literacy-boosting travel games. Games such as I Spy, Road Trip Bingo, or Road Trip Scavenger Hunts, or even searching for interesting road signs or billboards and reading city and town welcome signs. For longer road trips, you may wish to include spotting license plates from the different provinces, territories, or states. For more information, ideas, and printables, check out momsminivan.com or the App Store on your device. How will you make time for reading every day? The second tip that we would like to offer is to make it fun. Why make it fun, you may ask? When children enjoy reading, they read a lot. And in reading a lot, they become good readers. They also read to understand things and to learn more about themselves and the world. Or maybe they're motivated to read up on that video game they're stuck on. They don't get bogged down by the mechanics of language because they have cracked its code. At that moment, a whole new world opens up for your child. One way to make it fun is by reading aloud. Joan Moser, who is a reading resource specialist, says the following: "When we read aloud, we create a model for children of what readers look like, how they make sense of text, and how reading is as important to us as eating and breathing." Hearing text read aloud is all it takes to shift some of our students from being people who can read to people who want and love to read. Why is reading aloud important? A recent study published in the Journal of Developmental and Behavioral Pediatrics reveals just how instrumental those bedtime stories really are. According to Jessica Logan, the study's lead author, children who are read one short book per day enter kindergarten hearing 290,000 more words than children whose parents didn't read to them. If you increase the number of books to 5 per day, that vocabulary disparity swells to 1.4 million words. Children who hear more vocabulary words are going to be better prepared to see those words in print when they enter school. They are likely to pick up reading skills more quickly and easily. What are some ways to make reading aloud fun? Make the story come alive. Use different voices for characters in a story, or compare characters in the story with people you know. Try using puppets. Try picture reading. Tell the story using pictures alone. This sends the message that every picture tells a story. Choose books that have been made into a movie and compare. Or reread favorites as many times as your child wants to hear them. Continue reading to your children even when they are older, as this provides opportunities for important conversations, everything from friendships and other relationships, family values, to changing bodies and global issues. If your first language is not English, read to your child in your native language. Our goal as parents is to model our own love of reading, to show how much joy it can bring. This will help lead to a lifelong love of reading. One great way to make it fun is through play. Games are a great way to support literacy development. There are many games available for families and for children of all ages, which can promote reading for pleasure. These shared experiences will help develop and strengthen your child's literacy skills and show that reading can be fun. Explore the games in your household to consider which ones may open up the opportunity to promote a fun literacy experience. If purchasing games for your family, consider whether the game also has educational value. These types of games make a great gift and are a terrific addition to a family games night. What are some other ways that you can think of to make reading fun for both you and your child? Tip number 3 is to offer variety and choice. As your child's first and forever teacher, we encourage you to expose them to books that are age appropriate and that they find interesting. Authors write with our children in mind. There is something for everyone. British writer Mallory Blackman says, "If a child tells me they don't like reading, I always say, you haven't found the right books for you yet." Children should be encouraged to read what they are interested in, comics, football stories, romances, whatever. A wide assortment of genres exist, so you may be wondering where to start. We would encourage you to start by allowing your child to choose something that appeals to her or him and that is age appropriate. If book buying, perhaps a good place to start is with a top seller. These are always on display. Staff are knowledgeable. Don't hesitate to ask for recommendations. If you notice that your child seems to choose the same style of book repeatedly, that is fine. You may also wish to encourage your child to choose something completely different, perhaps once a month, to add diversity to their reading experiences. If you are finding that they are reluctant or do not seem interested in reading, don't give up. Begin with something that relates to their personal interests. Maybe it's a book about gaming, pets, or sports. Perhaps it's something which connects to a movie that they have recently enjoyed. If they still seem disinterested, talk to your child's teacher or teacher librarian. They will be happy to point you in the right direction. What will be your child's next book or series? Their favorite author or genre? Beyond the print resources that your child has access to through their classroom or school library collection, DSBN students also have access around the clock to Destiny, our board's library software, which includes a collection of ebooks and audiobooks. These are available at destinydiscover.com. Your child will need to select their school and log in with his or her DSBN username and password. Some additional excellent digital reading resources that are available through destinydiscover.com are the Tumble Book Library and Teen Book Cloud. Tumble Books is a great way to enhance family literacy and at-home reading. The Tumble Book Library is a curated database of over 1,000 titles for children in kindergarten to grade 6. The collection includes ebooks, animated talking picture books, read-along chapter books, National Geographic videos, non-fiction books, and graphic novels. French language books are also available in the Tumble Book Library collection. Teen Book Cloud is a similar resource to the Tumble Book Library, however, is recommended for students in grades 7 to 12. Your teens will never be caught without something to read with Teen Book Cloud, which is accessible 24/7 on mobile devices and computers. Teen Book Cloud is a curated database of over 1,000 titles. Included in the collection are ebooks, enhanced ebooks with full audio narration and highlighted text, high-interest, low-vocabulary titles, audiobooks, graphic novels, and National Geographic videos. Storytime Online is a free website which features well-known actors from the Screen Actors Guild reading aloud some well-loved children's books. This is a great resource for your child to see reading role models and to hear modeled fluent reading. The DSBN has partnered with our local public libraries to make it easy to apply for a library card online. The link that you see on the screen will take you to the website for each of our local public libraries. A wealth of resources and programs for all ages can be accessed from our public libraries. Some examples of resources include books, ebooks, audiobooks, and DVDs. Digital resources and curbside pickup make this an ideal place to find resources for education and entertainment. There are also many programs and resources for children and families which are being offered virtually, ranging from story times, author visits, book clubs, cooking, mad science, crafts, and more. Tip number 4 is prevent a summer slide. Research has proven that in a typical year, summer reading supports skill gains, and its absence leads to widening skill gaps. With this in mind, the Scholastic Summer Reading Promise is to help get books in the hands of kids, support social emotional well-being, build skills, and create community among children. More information can be found at scholastic.ca/summerreading. As well, the TD Summer Reading Club is Canada's biggest bilingual summer reading program for kids of all ages, interests, and abilities. This free club is offered at more than 2,000 public libraries across Canada, as well as online. The club celebrates Canadian authors, illustrators, and stories, and inspires children to explore the fun of reading their way. This is key to building a lifelong love of reading. Check with your local public library to see when registration opens. For more information, visit tdsummerreadingclub.ca. In closing, thank you very much for choosing to learn more about how to support a love of reading. Remember to try and make time for reading every day, make it fun, offer variety and choice, and offer opportunities that will help prevent a summer slide. Thank you.